Pattaya City Expats Club is a non-profit social organisation and our speakers are volunteers. The club as such assumes no responsibility or liability for the professional reputation of or the quality of services provided by the speaker today.
Kelvin's Bamfield is prepared to answer a question every week, a legal question about Thailand. He's with Thai Law. So this is very handy because, and he could probably talk on the same subject every week because probably the law's changed every week. Nothing new to report. So today it's on cannabis. Whoa, because the law keeps changing on that. So here's Kelvin Bamfield with his weekly insight into this week's interpretation of Thai law.
Thank you. Okay, I'm Kelvin Bamfield from Thai Law, and the governing thing here is that I can't answer your questions now, right? Because law in Thailand can't do it, right? So the idea is that on the website from the Pattaya City Expats Club, which Daryl spends a lot of time on, we put there a page that says, ask your question. That gives me time to take that question to our lawyers, they'll give me some answers, and then I'll give it to you. That's, sorry, but that's where it goes. There'll be no question and answers. This will just be a straight out presentation. Without prejudice, I just explain why. Don't take this as gospel. And it's not medical advice or legal advice. So the question that was posted was the first question we've had. Large condo developments have banned smoking or possession of cannabis inside their developments or in your private residence, like you're a co-owner and you have a puff on the balcony and all the rest of it. Well, is it legal or not? Let's have a look. So we'll break it down. The Thai law, it keeps changing, right? Yeah, tucks it in and tucks it out, all that sort of thing. So go with the flow. It'll be changing. Now, there's no personal use without a medical prescription. Okay? Now, that prescription goes for 30 days, and you can get up to 30 grams. So that's a gram a day sort of thing, and the doctor must specify on the certificate what it's for. Epilepsy, anxiety, all that sort of thing, cancer related, yeah. And you have to carry that with you. Now, growing it at home, yes, but you're going to have a license for that too, under the new ones. Selling it from a licensed outlet, yeah, they're springing up all over the place, the cafes and things like that. And you still need a prescription. If not, it becomes a criminal offence. So that means if you're busted, you're deported. It's going to screw up your visa, that's for sure. Smoking. Smoking's banned in public places. This is cannabis we're talking about. It should be everything, but still. In the street, parks, cafes, restaurants, home private use. If you don't have a medical certificate. Even if you have a medical certificate, you can smoke at home, maybe. If the neighbours complain, it comes under the Nuisance Act, and they are obliged to take action. And you might think, oh, okay, I don't care about that, they're not going to do anything. But under the nuisance laws, they can do anything. So, the smell coming out, that's enough to get the neighbour to say, don't do it. Now, if you keep doing it, that's repeat offence, and that can lead up to jail and all that sort of thing. So be very careful in saying, I'm a co-owner on this, on that, doesn't matter. They will get you one way or another. So that was changed in 2025, just recently, and it's it seems to be shut for this year. I don't think there'll be any new changes to those laws. So beware, don't say you didn't know. That doesn't work anymore. Now, if the condos say, oh, you got a $25,000 fine, okay, you don't want to pay it. Is it legal or not? Yes, it is legal under the Condo Act. So Section 8, there it is, common expenses, and they will hold that against you for as long as you have the condo, and if you leave at the end, they'll take it out of your, you have to get a clear debt letter from the condo to sell, they will then get the money, which is jackpotted since then. So the interesting thing is it's a civil matter and a criminal matter, depending on how they want to pursue it. So the civil enforcement's better. You could just go down to the police department and say, this guy's annoying me because of his smoke. They'll tell the juristic person, manager, and they will issue you a fine or something else. So you can refuse not to pay, but in the end they will get you. Suspension, they can suspend the common services, like don't go to the pool, the gym, or don't park, or don't have any voting rights, so they can do that as well. And at the end, if you decide to sell your condo, clear debt letter says, oh, he got fined from us and didn't pay, and they could jackpot that 20, 30, 40%, so you're up for that in the end, otherwise you can't get rid of your condo. The local courts, yes, they can take you down there under that section, plus fine, plus legal fees, but it'll all go back onto you. 1 to 2 months, that sort of thing. So there's a happy smoker. If police are called, they'll arrest you. It's all part of the game. And see how much you've got, whether you've got your clearances from the doctor, all that sort of thing. But they will prioritise this as a drug violation. Your defence is your medical prescription, of course. But if they've got a stack of complaints against your condo for making smell, with marijuana smell, that's not going to hold up in court very well. I made a typo up there, so don't piss off the neighbours. Best advice ever. Now, this comes under the Condo Act, and so these bylaws each year when you have an AGM, they're all agreed to by the members, and that's all given to the land office, and it's registered. So any changes and things like that, takes a lot to change regulations and bylaws. Is the ban illegal in buildings? Bottom line, yes. If they say no durians, no durians. No marijuana, no marijuana. Smoking, they can say it's anything, but under the nuisance Act, they can go down to the police and make your life hell. So they've taken the marijuana off the table for recreational use and all that sort of thing. Put so many guidelines on it now. So that's a worry for people with a visa. If they do you for a criminal act or a civil act. Civil act, you can normally pay your way through the courts and things like that. Criminal act, bye-bye. Okay, so next week, the website's up there. Go there and list your question, and I'll go through them and then find some answers for you for next week. So there's no questions or answers here, I can't do it. So thank you very much for the club for allowing me time.
So you can see this could be a very valuable section of the club every week. So if they go to pcec.club to post their question. Yes. So by the way, if you're not, PCEC Club is the website, and you should also definitely make sure you're there, register for the newsletter, and you get the newsletter every week.